What's up, guys? Me and Kai here, commentating our round at Pell Reds. Me, Kai, and Silas were just goofing around, practicing for a league tournament. What you throwing here, Kai?
An S-line P2. A little bit too much hyzer, but it turned out to be a good shot anyway.
Yeah, I'm throwing a pretty beaten link. I threw it with a little too much hyzer, like you did. It didn't turn over as much as I wanted it to.
Silas is throwing this 2020 Firebird. Multiple aces on it. One of his favorite discs, I would say.
I don't even know how many aces he has on that thing.
Yeah. He was a little bit in a pickle over there, so he just had to pitch up with a razor claw. Broston's probably 60 feet, I would say, like through a couple trees. And spoiler, he cans it. So really nice putt for him to start off with.
That really motivated me about my putting this round.
Here I'm ripping on a 2020 Firebird. Pretty much brand new. Nice little rainbow stamp. A little bit too much to the right, but it's
it was
okay.
a big skip. And I'm throwing a Echo Star Destroyer, trying to go over everything to get it to the pin. I turn it over a little too much, and it just hits the second Mando tree. And then Silas over here, throwing one of the farthest drives I've ever seen on this hole. Like, what the heck?
It did a full S curve, and normally it's always really fun to see a disc do that. So.
Of course, yeah.
Boston's dripping on a PD.
Yeah, too early. I wanted to go around that tree instead.
Nice little routine razor claw approach. A little bit left, but I can manage from there. You know, Silas is a little bit in a tricky situation when he has he has to do a backhand approach.
Yeah.
So
I've maybe seen him throw like 5 or 6 backhands.
We don't know what Silas was doing there. Maybe he's just goofing off. But
I don't know what I'm doing there either.
razor claw again.
Yeah, some of these tap-ins we don't film just because there's easy tap-ins, nothing really to miss there. Throwing that link again, and it was looking great, and then kicks out of bounds.
Pretty dirty kick there, I'd have to say. Razor claw from Silas. He leaves this one a teensy bit short, probably 45, but he can deal with that sort of putt sometimes.
Hits the putt. That was a really good putt. I think he just told us that he just switched to AVRs from links, and I've already seen an improvement.
So this is a penned PD right now. It's pretty old. It's a little bit beat in, put a little bit too much power on it, but I still had a gap from where that was, so it's okay.
Silas throwing a Cloudbreaker too.
Silas and Boston did not play this hole properly. Both of them hitting the top of the hill.
You just spoiled my shot, my absolutely amazing shot. Yeah, no, I did not like that at all. I threw a Savant right there.
Silas was a pretty routine link shot. Got away from him a little bit.
Yeah, leaves it a little short. If he just threw it a little bit higher, probably would have actually been really good. And then I'm throwing a Sky God 3. I threw it way too high. I wish I threw it a little bit lower.
I had a gap down here. It was pretty tight, but I could get through it. So, hit the tree. It's okay, though.
Yeah, leaves himself with a relatively easy putt.
Silas leaving it a little bit wide.
Yeah, I missed it recording it, but it rolled all the way down the hill.
Crossing from 50 feet, probably.
Yeah.
45 feet.
Thought I had that for a second.
There's Silas. Little bit high, little bit left.
Yeah, just tap ins right there.
This is again my S-line P2 on a hyzer.
Do it.
I thought that was going in.
It looked pretty good out of the hand.
I'm throwing a C-line P2. And that's exactly what I wanted.
A razor claw from Silas, a little bit turned over, but it manages to stay in bounds.
I did not think that was going in.
No, me
neither. Just a few tap in birdies.
This is my razor claw again. Yeah, it was a pretty good shot.
I thought it was going in. Done that C-line P2 one more time.
A common theme that you get from me in Boston is that we like to throw P2s a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Backhand.
Silas with the razor claw leaked it a little bit early.
They also like throwing razor claws.
Yeah, he's gonna be in a
How's that
tricky
Fonzie,
situation though.
Looking to get a birdie. Just leaves it short. I'm tapping it in.
And then I had another 10-foot tap in. This is the S-Line MD3.
Yeah, earlier when me and Kai were playing, I hit the basket on my drive, or hit the cage, and I had no idea it did, and I tried to do the exact same thing, hit the exact line I wanted to.
Maybe a
And then-
little bit of not enough turn, I would
Yeah,
say.
and it skipped right into a log.
Yeah, but overall it was a decent shot.
Or it didn't even skip into a log, it like flew right into it. And then Silas looking upset about his throw.
So this is what happened. He threw it too hard and it just stuck straight into a nice little root there.
Yeah. So I'm looking for my birdie putt.
About 37 feet, I would say.
Yeah, actually, I don't know. Probably to catch. I wanted to catch up with Kai, and then this happens. Literally, no downslope on the hole whatsoever, and it just would not stop rolling.
So now he got this. He probably has the same exact putt as last time, just with a log in front of him.
Yeah, maybe even farther. And I
Yeah.
thought that was going in, but then it just not enough.
Me from about 20 here, pretty routine. So I'm throwing a slab a little bit inside. It worked out though in the end. So.
I thought it skipped all the way down the hill, but it did not. Silas with a Firebird.
Yeah, his 2020 trusty, old trusty.
Okay, and I'm throwing a Cayman right here. I just threw it. I didn't throw it high enough, and I put a little too much anhyzer on it.
I think you landed on Paul.
Probably about 45-ish, maybe, give or take, uphill.
Yeah, I would say so.
Mechanic.
Bang.
Yeah, I just impressed Kai too much, so he did that.
So I decided to fluff it for fun.
Yeah, and then Silas just had to tap in.
Silas with a razor claw, unfortunately a little bit right, and it kicked right also.
Throwing a P2. That's
Very nice shot. That had a chance of going in eventually. So, and then he with my razor claw leaked it a little left. Didn't put enough power on it or too much hyzer.
And I don't know what Silas just did there.
Yeah, again, Silas throwing a backhand. Pretty rare occasion, but he actually parked
That
the
was
shot.
probably one
so,
of the best backhands I've actually ever seen him throw.
Yeah, me from about 55 feet, I would say. I was debating of running it or not, but I decided to, and I hit the cage.
It was a good putt. I don't know why Silas turned the camera. It was going to be a cool angle. Didn't distract me. Hit the putt. Another birdie.
Hole 10, probably one of the more difficult holes on the course, I would say, at least from blue and gold. It's like 200 feet downhill. Tricky angles though. See, I'm going with the MD5 forehand flex, which is not my preferred throw. Couple routine upshots that get away from both of us there.
Yeah, Silas looking, that's probably about close to 100 out. And I'm running this. I don't know why I ran it, because I wanted to get some strokes back on Kai, but it just went way too long.
Silas from about 25 feet.
That was a good putt.
It was a
I
good
thought it was
bid,
going
yeah.
in. I'm looking to save my par, and I just come short. And I actually canned it on the way back on my second putt, and I was pretty upset about that, as you could tell.
So I have the same distance from Boston, probably 40 feet, I would say. 35, 40 feet.
Yeah, uphill, so it plays a lot longer than it was.
Goodbye.
And you need a little bit more height on that for both of us, so.
Yeah, we all walked away with bogeys.
Boston going with the inside gap, Thunderbird.
Yeah, and I just left
Nice
it
shot.
way too low. The run-up was a little weird.
This is a S-Line PD2 for me. A little bit long, but I still managed to cut through.
And then Silas was throwing a DD that I gave him, and he's been crushing that thing ever since I gave it to him.
So what I'm assuming is Brosnan's trying to do is get it to flip up a little bit and ride.
Yeah, there was like the only gap I had was a really tall window, and I threw a leopard on some Anheuser, trying to just like gun it down there and have it turn and then have a sort of a late fade back, but it just did not work.
So me and Silas's upshots, I threw Echo Star Destroyer. I was sort of trying to go for the Eagle.
So was Silas. That's what he said. He was just he bit more off than he could chew for that one.
Yeah.
And
he says he was just laying up, but it looked like he was going for it. Brosnan with a Razor Claw forehand approach.
Yep.
Pretty routine, I would say.
Yeah. A little more turn than I wanted it, or fade than I wanted it to have.
My follow through is what's
in the way
not
of the
helping
basket
us right now, but
it was a good throw. And then Silas being a jerk, trying to distract me from my par putt because he can't beat me any other way.
This is the brand new 2020 Sexton Firebird. A little bit not perfect, but I'm in the bush, so I have a putt-ish.
Yeah, I have no idea why I did this. I should have just thrown a backhand. And I didn't. You couldn't see it, but it had the worst kick out you could ever see. I should have thrown a backhand because Silas threw a backhand, and you never see Silas throw a backhand. You don't need to throw one when Silas throws one.
So Brosnan from about 90, probably. He's just pitching up at this point.
Good boy up.
Maybe not 90.
That. Yeah, I definitely don't think
it looked
that
like
far.
90. 60, I would say.
Yeah, and Kai's in this bush.
Yeah, I had an opening though. I was on the right side, so I could still get a putt off.
Yeah.
And
that was such a good
it.
putt. Silas from about 45, maybe.
45, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, and just cans the putt like an awesome guy. That was such a good putt.
I threw my AB Destroyer here. I just
looks like he air bounced it a little too much.
Yeah, put too much hyzer on it. Silas with the over stable Destroyer hits the tree and kicks kicks left. And
I'm throwing a PD.
Yeah.
I just did not hit my line. And right here I'm throwing a Savant. As soon as it came out of my hand, I was like, that is so nice. And then it just hits a tree. Kicks way into who knows where.
So Silas with a decent approach, not great though.
Yeah, a little short.
So
you can't really have a good approach on this hole.
There's actually a stump that I bounced over with that roller. And I'm probably me and Silas are probably about 60ish away.
I'm just looking to lay up to save my par. Thinking about Razor Claw again, and it just went a little farther than I wanted to, but it was totally fine. Silas is laying up. I think he threw a link.
Yeah. Me, I was definitely going for this putt right now.
From my angle, it looked like it was in, and if it didn't hit that tree, it was going to be in.
So this is the Echo Star Destroyer that Brosnan gave me. I wanted to aim it for that tree to the right and have it fade back, but
Murder the guy.
I missed my line.
Yeah.
Silas with a weird cloud breaker shot here. Not awful, but it could have been better.
Definitely got down there. He just put it on too much Anheuser.
Yeah.
I'm also throwing a CB2.
Yeah. I've been dishing out the CB2s very open-handedly, so. But this was an actual crush from him.
As soon as I threw this, as soon as it came out of my hand, I was like, that is going to be parked. Kai thought it was actually going to go in for a second. I didn't think I had a chance.
Oh. Just trying
to go in at least. Yeah. Silas throwing an upshot. Just hits the guardian tree, I guess.
Let me take you through my head in this shot. There was no gap, so I just threw it, hopefully hitting a gap, and it did not work. So I had to pitch out from there, which I was around 20 feet.
Silas looking to get his birdie. And this is where my drive ended up. Probably one of the close to the best shots I've had on this hole.
Brosnan taking his time.
Yep. And
breathing deeply and
I had to take my time for an eagle putt. Nah, they just had tap-ins. And I'm over here. I was throwing an MD2, and I just hung it out a little too wide. I wanted to throw it a little bit more tighter, or at least on that line with a little bit more hyzer.
This is the S-Line PD2. Very overstable.
One of the most overstable PD2s I've ever seen or thrown.
Very unnecessary, but it's a good disc for me, so.
And then Silas just absolutely parking that shot.
Yeah. Broston giving a good bid from around 60 feet through the trees.
I was like right next to, what was that, Four's basket?
Yeah.
Okay, and then Silas messing up recording again. We might have to fire him.
This is the PD2 again.
It had a pretty nice skip. Silas saying he threw probably one of the worst forehand rollers I've ever seen, but I lost it on camera and it looked like it was going to be parked.
It was not bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad for a forehand roller.
No. I threw a Cayman on this shot. It rolled down the hill. You couldn't see it because the recording got cut a little too. I can't talk. I'm sorry. It got cut too short. There we go. I could not think of the word.
So
and I'm thinking I have to make this to at least try to stay up with Kai, but yeah.
S-line P2. I pretty much peered the gap.
Yeah, he threw that thing so good. And right here, I'm throwing my link. I'm just trying to do like on hole 1, just throw it up, have it like turn right, and it was like absolutely perfect. And then it hits a tree and just shoots way left.
As you can tell, Broston is not exactly happy at this point.
Yeah, no. If you don't have your brightness turned up, turn it up. You will not be able to see anything because we filmed this at about 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and you can't see anything in the woods.
So there's me. This is me from about 10 feet, maybe.
Yeah.
10 to 15 feet.
And you can hear Silas just absolutely have a gnarly burp.
I didn't know if Silas was recording or not. So this is my MD3. Leaked it a little bit right, unfortunately.
And I'm throwing a leopard. Want to put a little bit of hyzer on it, just have it like float on up there, I guess.
I needed to flip up a little bit, and if it did that, it would have probably gone in. Silas with a CB2 again. Not great, not good, not great, not bad.
I just had a nasty kick. Yeah, turn your brightness up again.
Yeah. Hit a tree, probably halfway up the hill, 3/4 up the hill. Me, from a 50-footer uphill, airball it like normal.
Silas just, I don't know if he was running this or if he was just laying it up. Okay, yeah, he was just laying it up.
This was a bad roll. I was probably 25, 28 feet away.
On his approach, not his putt. That was a great putt.
That was a good putt for me.
Yeah, I ran into a spider web. I don't know. It scared the crap out of me. I thought there was a spider just chilling in my hair.
Broston was thinking about that putt on 14 and decided to take back those strokes and airball his putt.
Yeah.
And he airballed it again.
I didn't airball, I hit the cage, but still not better. And then, yeah. So thank you for watching. We'll try to post a little bit more of us just throwing places whenever we can hang out. See ya. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.